14. Lo, a day hath come to Jehovah, and divided hath been thy spoil in thy midst. And I have gathered all the nations unto Jerusalem to battle, and captured hath been the city, and spoiled have been the houses, and the women are lain with. Gone forth hath half the city in a removal, and the remnant of the people are not cut off from the city. And gone forth hath Jehovah, and he hath fought against those nations, as in the day of his fighting, in a day of conflict. And stood have his feet in that day on the Mount of Olives, that is before Jerusalem eastward. And cleft hath been the Mount of Olives at its midst, to the east, and to the west a very great valley. And removed hath the half of the mount towards the north, and its half towards the south. And ye have fled to the valley of my mountains, for joined doth the valley of the mountains to Azal. And ye have fled as ye fled before the shaking, in the days of Uzziah king of Judah. And come in hath Jehovah my God, all holy ones are with thee. And it hath come to pass in that day, the precious light is not, it is dense darkness. And there hath been one day, it is known to Jehovah, not day nor night. And it hath been at evening time, there is light. And it hath come to pass in that day, go forth to living waters from Jerusalem, half of them unto the eastern sea, and half of them unto the western sea. In summer and in winter it is. And Jehovah hath become king over all the land. In that day there is one Jehovah, and his name one. Changed is all the land as a plain, from Gebo to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem. And she hath been high, and hath dwelt in her place, even from the gate of Benjamin to the place of the first gate, unto the front gate, and from the tower of Hananeel unto the wine vats of the king. And they have dwelt in her, and destruction is no more, and Jerusalem hath dwelt confidently. And this is the plague with which Jehovah doth plague all the peoples who have warred against Jerusalem. He hath consumed away its flesh, and it is standing on its feet, and its eyes are consumed in their holes, and its tongue is consumed in their mouth. And it hath come to pass in that day, a great destruction from Jehovah is among them, and they have seized each the hand of his neighbor, and gone up half his hand against the hand of his neighbor. And also Judah is fought with in Jerusalem, and gathered hath been the force of all the nations round about, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. And so is the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all the cattle that are in these camps, as this plague. And it hath come to pass, every one who hath been left of all the nations, who are coming in against Jerusalem, they have also gone up from year to year, to bow themselves to the King, Jehovah of hosts, and to celebrate the feast of the booths. And it hath come to pass, that he who doth not go up of the families of the land unto Jerusalem, to bow himself to the King, Jehovah of hosts, even on them there is no shower. And if the family of Egypt go not up, nor come in, then not on them is the plague with which Jehovah doth plague the nations that go not up to celebrate the feast of booths. This is the punishment of the sin of Egypt, and the punishment of the sin of all the nations that go not up to celebrate the feast of booths. In that day there is on bells of the horse, Holy to Jehovah, and the pots in the house of Jehovah have been as bowls before the altar. And every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah have been holy to Jehovah of hosts. And all those sacrificing have come in, and have taken of them, and boiled in them. And there is no merchant any more in the house of Jehovah of hosts in that day. The end of the book of Zechariah.